How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well this morning. We're going to cover something I find absolutely hilarious, just absolutely funny. This is probably going to go in the virtue signal report side of things. Uh, we've got a little bit of information on actor Page. Which page? Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out. Roll that intro. uh, oh, this is glorious. Ellen Page, the actress who went after Chris Pratt, the actress who loved mocking cis white males. Oh, let's just get into this article, okay? Let's just get into it. Bounding into comics again. Love this page. Umbrella Academy star Ellen Page comes out as transgender and now identifies as Elliot Page. Elliot Page, the Oscar-nominated Umbrella Academy and X-Men franchise actor formerly known as Ellen Page, has announced that he now identifies as transgender male. Page revealed his newly accepted identity in a December 1st Instagram post, informing his followers that I am now trans. My pronouns are now he, they, and my name is Elliot. And noting how he feels, quote, lucky to be writing this here, to have arrived at this place in my life. Translation: being trans and non-binary is trendy popular right now, so I'm going to tell people that I am now trans and non-binary, so that way I don't have to have the, pressures of actually, being trans and going through the procedures and everything. Now, I'll fully say, if she goes through transitioning, I am willing to take back any negative things that I've said about her not going through with the transitioning. But to me, as of right now, this moment in time, it just seems like a way for her to get away from having to transition. I feel overwhelming gratitude for the incredible people who have supported me along this journey, wrote Paige. I can't begin to express how remarkable it feels to finally love who I am enough to pursue my authentic self. I've been endlessly inspired by so many trans community, aka being trans gets you money. It just does in Hollywood. If you're trans, if you're any kind of minority, that's where the bank is, and that's what you want, is some of that money. Thank you for your courage, your generosity, and ceaselessly working to make this world a more inclusive place and compassionate place. Oh, you mean like you are when it comes to Chris Pratt being a Christian? Dang it, my dog is barking, whatever. However, Page's coming out was not entirely positive, as the actor noted that, quote, the truth is, despite feeling profoundly happy right now and knowing how much privilege I carry, I am also scared, and explained that that he was, quote, scared of invasiveness, the hate, the quote-unquote jokes, and of violence. Really? So you're afraid that people will make fun of you and mock you, kind of like you did to Chris Pratt. Okay. So it's okay when you do it to Pratt, but it's not okay when people do it to you. Okay, I got it. That makes total sense. Quote, to be clear, I'm not trying to dampen a moment that is joyous and one that I celebrate. Then why are you bringing this up? Again, this is her trying to get sympathy and wanting to get woke points, so she's coming out as non-binary, so she doesn't have to have the, the need to go and become trans, but she can still claim that she is. It's identity politics 101. He clarified, the statistics are staggering. The discrimination towards trans people is rife, insidious, and cruel, aka you became trans for the money, you became non-binary for the money, and then you specifically did it for the victim points. And cruel, resulting in horrific consequences in 2020 alone. It has been reported that at least 40 transgender people have been murdered, the majority of which were black and I hate that word. I've got to say it anyway. Latinx trans women. Why does their race matter? They were murdered. That's all that matters. Anything else is arbitrary unless they specifically murdered them because of their race. And you have no proof of that. Page then condemned political leaders who work to criminalize trans health care and deny our rights to exist. You're not really trans. You just came up with this on a Tuesday because you're stuck in quarantine and this is something you thought would get you more clicks. You weren't in the news enough, so that's what you decided to do. Those with a massive platform who continue to spew hostility towards trans community. Page then claimed they, quote, have blood on their hands due to how they unleash a fury of violence and demeaning range that lands on the shoulders of trans community, a community in which 40% of trans adult report attempted suicide. Quote, enough is enough, declared Paige. You aren't being canceled. You aren't being canceled. You are hurting people. I am one of those people, and we won't be silent in the face of your attacks. Paige then reaffirmed that he loves that he is both trans and queer, sharing how the more I told myself close and fully to embrace who I am, the more I dream, the more my heart grows, and the more I thrive. AKA, I have nothing else going for me but my identities, and I just want to keep collecting identities like Pokemon cards because that is the only thing I'm good at. Quote, to all the trans people who deal with harassment, self-loathing, abuse, and threat of violence every day, I see you. I hate it when people say that. He concluded, I love you, and I will do everything I can to change the world for the better. Except when it comes to Christians, then you will completely demonize and bash them for their faith, even though they've condemned homophobia time and time again. Then you'll still go after them because Christians are bad. Elliot Page has given us a fantastic character on screen and has been an outspoken advocate of all LGBTQ people, said GLAAD, director of transgender media Nick Adams, following Page's announcement. He will now be an inspiration to countless trans and non-binary people. All transgender people deserve the chance to be ourselves and to be accepted for who we are. We celebrate the remarkable Elliot Page today, Adams added. Prior to this change in identity, Page was one of the most visible LGBT actors, what happened to the Q, and activists in Hollywood, as seen in his previous criticism of Avengers Endgame star Chris Pratt for his attendance of a church that did not explicitly accept gay lifestyles. Boom, there it is, the attack on Chris Pratt, because he's Christian, and you don't like that he's Christian, and so it's okay for you to mock and attack and try to destroy Chris Pratt, but you're afraid for your life when people make a bunch of mean jokes about you, all of a sudden having this epiphany that you're some sort of transgender icon now. And his unabashed claim that he had, quote, no reason to doubt Jussie Smollett amid the former Empire actor's staged hate crime scandal due to his identity as a gay man. Though Page did admit that, quote, if this situation was staged, it could make victims even more reluctant to report crimes. It was staged, and you never came back and said you were wrong on this. What do you make of Page's announcement? Let us know your thoughts on social media. Well, I will definitely let you know how I feel about this. Oh, boy.
You just decided to become trans because it was trendy. You became non-binary, that way you didn't have to have the worry of going through with transitioning. That's the whole reason why a lot of people become non-binary, especially people in Hollywood. Now, I've been friends with people who say they're non-binary. I don't agree with being non-binary, I don't think it's real, but I've been friends with people like that. But people in Hollywood like you, who claim to be non-binary, are only doing it so you don't have to have the stress of actually cutting off body parts. And you can be still seen as a trans icon. And we all knew that little jab at Chris Pratt was going to enter this article some way or another. Because Chris Pratt is Christian. Oh, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for my life as a newly formed trans person. I'm afraid that people are going to be mean to me, say mean, nasty things to me, and make death threats. Even though that's exactly what I had my fans do to Chris Pratt, because he's a Christian who goes to a church that doesn't fully accept gay lifestyles. So it's okay for you, like I said before, it's okay for you to bash Chris Pratt for being a Christian and not accepting gay lifestyles. And you're not accepting his Christian lifestyle, but when people do it to you, oh, that's when it's, you're afraid for your life. Give me a break, Elliot. Give me a break. And crap like this is an insult to actual trans people. It really is. It really is. So, yes, I think this is stupid. I saw Justin Proper post this on Twitter. And it's funny because she has a history of pulling a Brie Larson and making fun of cis white men. But now she is a cis white male. Sometimes. So guys, tell me what you think of this. I found this to be funny. When I saw this story on Batting in the Comics this morning, I thought I had to record it before I went to my dietitian appointment. And roughly, let's see, I have to leave very shortly. My appointment's at 9 and it's 8:06. I have to leave it around 8:30. But I wanted to post this because I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. We needed a laugh. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, day, whenever you're watching this, even night. This is Gabe of Happy Bloodfish Productions saying if you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Comment down below, tell me what you think. Subscribe, hit the bell, and share this video because it tells YouTube you want to see more of this content. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care and God bless. Peace out. Oh, and again, I will say this again for all you Elliot Page fans out there. If she legitimately goes through the surgery, and she goes through some sort of hormone treatment, I will take back what I said about her. You may have to remind me because my brain sucks, but I will take back what I said about her. I still think this is a publicity. Women, boys, they know. Fast money don't slow. No one can